Hello my sweeties and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Celise and thank you for joining my spooky little family. In today's video, we are going to be talking about No Escape. Let's get into the video. No Escape is a 2020 horror film directed by Will Wernick. This is about a social media star who travels with his friends to Moscow to capture new content for his successful vlog. Always pushing the limits and catering to a growing audience, they enter a cold world of mystery, excess, and danger.
Somebody come look at this.
You know, I just really gotta calm the nerves here real quick for a second. You heard me correctly, right? This film was released in 2020. Yes. And I believe I read that it was filmed in 2019. So there is absolutely no excuse why this kind of movie should still be happening. Who wants to see these movies? Who is the target audience for these movies?
I don't know.
But it sure as hell is not me. This film stars Keegan Allen as Cole and Holland Roden as Aaron. Now, these are the actors that everybody knows them for their like teeny boppy shows. I believe Holland Roden was in Teen Wolf, and I know Keegan Allen was in Pretty Little Liars. I was never a fan of these shows. But I know a lot of people that did enjoy these shows. Okay, so those shows, those teeny boppy shows, you know, that were like on Freeform and like MTV. Okay, now those are clearly for a target audience of like 12-year-olds to like 16, 17-year-olds maybe.
I don't know.
Do they think they want to be in things like this? Like, I feel bad for these people. Okay, so I don't want to totally, completely shit on this film, as even though I thought this movie was pretty bad, I think that the movie itself is somewhat entertaining. My main issue is just I don't understand why movies like this are being made in 2020. We've seen this before. This is the same old boring formula. This is the same movie about an influencer that's like ever been made. I'm tired. Now that I got that little rant off my chest, I do want to say I'm almost certain that the director of this film, Will Wernick, has some sort of weird obsession, maybe fetish situation with escape rooms, because when reading up on this film, I actually read that he has a film already that he made called Escape Room. Now, this is not the Escape Room from 2019 that has Logan Miller and the guy from Atypical. Not that one. It's like a different one that like looks somehow worse. He's done multiple films about escape rooms. Like he has that one from 2017. Then he has a part 2 of that. And then this one, I honestly didn't really know it was about an escape room. Like I read the synopsis and nowhere did it say it was about an escape room. I thought it was just gonna be like about these stupid, boring influencers. Now I actually don't mind films about like social media influencers or anything like that. The main issue that I have is just the fact that it's always the same. It's always like kind of the same outcome.
We live in a society.
As I was sitting down trying to figure out what in the world can I say about this movie, I honestly came to the conclusion that the people who make these movies, they just have to take some notes from Spree. Now, Spree from 2020 starring Joe Keery, which I actually did a little review about a couple months ago when I started my channel. Be sure to check it out. Now, Spree is about a boy named Kurt who is desperate to go viral on social media, and he will basically do anything to get there. And that film was incredibly effective. It was cringy, it was chaotic, but it was cringy on purpose. It was supposed to be cringy. It was supposed to make us be like, and make us feel uncomfortable and make us feel like embarrassed for this character. It also has this way of drawing you in to the main character so that you become attached to him. I don't think that Spree was as predictable as this film, No Escape. And I think it's because they just did it right. They blended the themes of horror and comedy and everything really, really well in this movie. Now, No Escape, however, took itself far too seriously. As I was watching this, I noticed that they were doing a lot of things that other movies have done, like Saw and Hostel. I mean, it's the same thing. All they did was copy Saw and Hostel and then like add this like social media influencer thing to it. Not effective, not cool, not fun. I am completely exhausted. It actually really thought that it did something, which...
What happened?
All right, so let's get into the performances. Honestly, you guys, like I said before, I am aware of who Keegan Allen is and Holland Roden from their shows. The script of this film did not do the actors justice at all. A lot of the lines and a lot of the acting was completely cringeworthy, and it honestly seemed like it was like that because the actors were aware that this script was bad, and they really kind of did all they could do with it. Like, there's just nothing else to it. When you have a bad script, baby, there is only so much you can do. They don't really develop any of these characters so that you actually care. Now, Keegan Allen essentially plays Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Like, that is exactly the type of influencer that he plays. Holland Roden, even though she is on the cover, she's barely in this movie. Yikes. I do want to give this film one thing though. The twist at the end, I personally myself did not see it coming. I don't know if I was so over it that maybe I zoned out, and then when the ending came about, I was just like, oh. I don't know if it was that or just I really didn't see the ending coming. At the end of this film, Cole has seen his friends die. And so at this point, he's just went through a traumatic experience. He just saw her get shot in the head and die on the spot in his face. He finally escapes and he sees the man that they met, Alexi, who's basically the one who took them to the escape room. And he completely just blacks out and he kills this man on the spot. He is just bashing and bashing his face in. And so then all his friends and everybody comes out and they're all like, haha, we got you. It was all a joke. Like, we just really wanted to scare you. So now he's a murderer. Repeating that, I feel like it sounds really, really silly. So I don't really know if I like the ending that much. I think that perhaps the person who wrote the script had this idea and the idea was the ending. And then he just wrote around it because the ending seemed like the most well thought out part in the movie. I appreciate that you didn't give us like really any clues for us to assume that that was what was happening. But everything else was just incredibly lackluster and boring. Anyway, that is it for my rant on No Escape. I just want to say this film, it was really tough to rate it. I am going to be giving No Escape 3 levs out of 5. And the reason it is 3 and not 2 is because I think that the ending deserves a full lev, as I did not see the ending coming. And I thought that was a pretty decent twist. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps me a lot. And please leave me a comment down below. Did you watch No Escape? Did you like it? Do you prefer Escape Room? Have you seen his Escape Room? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.